Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. If you've already watched one of these videos for June 2023, you can skip the intro. There'll be a timestamp below. For those of you continuing to watch the intro, this is going to be a horoscope slash zodiac slash astrology reading for June of 2023. That's just when it's being released. It's for you whenever you come upon it. I didn't do it for May because I had a lot going on in real life. I figured out that I was autistic a couple months ago, and I've been getting used to some new medication while I'm waiting to get tested. I've had a lot of family stuff going on in terms of medical travel and emergencies and all of that. I've also been doing a lot of work on updating the thumbnails and descriptions in my YouTube playlists. I need to update my website some more and some other stuff related to my business. So I did the second half of my deck of angel cards in the interim here. This is going to be the back of the deck. We'll have more information on these when they come out, and you'll be able to see more of the images once that's finally published somewhere. Hopefully soon. I've got some more work to do with these plates before I can get that happening. In addition to the other decks that you can see on my channel, I've just gotten the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. If you've been watching the June card of the day on my social media, you'll see a few of these in there. And once I feel more proficient with the deck, I will be doing a review of that in my Cats Hit the Deck review playlist. I think that's all of the major business that's going on right now, so we will see you in a few seconds in your reading. Alright, Taurus, I have for you competing mascots, because I was going to get the little Sonic the Hedgehog here, who's too heavy to stand on his own 2 feet. He was a keychain. And then I forgot that I was going to grab him, and I pulled D'Artagnan out here with his dowsing rod. So D'Artagnan is for sale on my Etsy shop, along with his friends. He's got crystals inside his little weight sack in here. Alright, so comment down below if you are Team D'Artagnan or if you are Team Sonic. Either with words or like a cat emoji or like a crystal emoji or like a ring or a little blue heart. So it's a choose your mascot adventure day here for Taurus. And it's probably because Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus rules 2 of the signs. So your partner should be Libra, unless I'm totally mistaken. Yeah. So Taurus is in their Empress energy, which is straight Venus, and we're having more influence from Taurus proper or more influence from Libra. So comment either or which one you're feeling. If you're feeling a little airheaded or if you're feeling really earthy, or pick one of these. So we have D'Artagnan. You could also put a sword for D'Artagnan because he's one of the musketeers, or he's a mouseketeer, not affiliated with Disney. Alright. He's gonna catch all the mice that Sonic releases from Robotnik's little fucking things. That's awful. Okay. The spread that I'm doing for this month is my triangulation spread. We have the past, the present, and the future all continuously influencing each other. We have a beginning card to get what your issue is that you're working on at the moment, and then we have you come through the portal in the middle. You're like, whoa, ding, and then once you come through that portal, we have a card with some more information or overview or a conclusion. I also wanted to point out, if you skipped the little intro, that I found out recently that I'm autistic. If you are autistic or ADHD or neurospicy in some way and you feel comfortable commenting, go ahead and say hi, or let me know if there's a certain kind of reading that you're looking for that has not been available to you thus far across the tubes of you. Alright, so let's look at what's going on with Taurus. Camera, give me that card. Oh, this is the Radley Valentine Angel deck, because apparently talking is amazing right now. And I have the Aquarian Tarot. For you to pop on. Six of Fire inverted. Alright, this is what, Jupiter and Leo, but it's inverted. What is Jupiter doing this month? Oh, Jupiter is in Taurus. Okay. And then Leo, but it's inverted. The Victory card. Good news is on its way. Public recognition or rewards. Nobody wants to play with me in the challenge position. Right? Everyone else keeps getting the promotion. Or if I'm hearing the Beatles in the back of my head. I'm a loser. Got no one near to me. I'm a loser. Not what I'm supposed to be, I guess, would be the conclusion to that lyric. You'd think after listening to that for like almost 40 years I would know the lyrics, but no, we're not doing that here. Let's look at how we're dealing with this, you know, always the bridesmaid and never the bride kind of energy. Five of Swords, okay, in the past. This is the Head Games card. Usually I also hear Mind Games, which is also John Lennon. But Five of Swords energy. Venus in Aquarius. Now Venus is in Libra, so we're dealing with the shadow side. Venus currently in Libra. No, Venus is currently in Leo, starting on June 5th. So we have the 5 here. So we might be looking at the very near past, but we could say before the 5th of June, 2023, I was in a state of mental distress. This is also the last man on the battlefield, and we have sort of the victor of the battle here. You know, someone else gets all the credit and you're left picking up the trash. Let's see what's going on in the current, in the present. So we have the Empress inverted. Now I already mentioned the Empress energy. This Empress inverted is giving me Libra energy. It's the shadow, it's kind of doing a shadow side of Taurus, even though Taurus's opposite is Scorpio. Again, it's emphasizing lack of growth. You know, somebody else got a promotion and I got a lateral move that either paid the same or less, or like 5% more instead of a huge raise after being there for 3 to 5 years. I'm also hearing the big C illness being shouted in my head, like I'm sick. And Empress is usually all of the elements, not just Earth, not just the body. It's sort of like despair, stagnancy. Let's see what's going on with the future. Two of Pentacles. Alright, so we got our Joanne hat on here. Two of Pentacles. That's Jupiter in Capricorn. So why are we following the movement of Jupiter here? Oh, because Jupiter is in Taurus. What the hell, man? The North Node is retrograding through Taurus as well. Which means the South Node is Scorpio. Moon in Taurus on the 13th to 15th. Mercury in Taurus was only through the 10th. But we're not looking at that. We've got Gemini, Mercury in Gemini, starting on the 11th. So that's not really doing anything either. This is like a complex problem. Okay, so we have Uranus also in Taurus, which was normally Aquarian energy. So that's what's here. Uranus is in Taurus, ruling by Venus. Which is in Leo. So we're having, which is opposite of Aquarius. So we do have this a shadow element here in the past of being left to pick up the crumbs, which has not been fulfilling and is not a place to launch any kind of abundance and growth. But what we have here in the future is sort of seed options. Like I could run away to sea, or I could stay where I am and try to plant this thing in the ground. It's a choice here. I want to see what this other card is, though, because there's something missing from this reading. And I think the confusion is because there's a split here, because we've got D'Artagnan energy or we've got Sonic energy. Which are very different, I would think. So we have renewal with Archangel Jeremiel. Review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. Well, we already knew we needed to do something else because the status quo sucks. 20 is judgment. Here it's called renewal. So we have fire energy with plutonic energy, which we already knew there was some background Scorpio energy. 20. So I have 2 and then I have 20. And that's come up in another reading too, where the number 2 and the number 20 were interacting with each other. 5 and 2 is 7. 6 and 3 is 9. If I... No, yeah. So I have 7. I have negative 9 and then I have 7. If I reduce this to 2, that gives me 2 more to make me equal, which would cancel out to 0, which would be that Fool card, which would be that new cycle. So we have this numerical balancing trying to happen for Taurus in this reading. I think what's happening for Taurus is that there's this kind of I want to stay in the pasture that I know because it's familiar. Like I'm on my home territory and I know what to expect. But this Aquarian energy that's kind of shuffling you around, in conjunction with Jupiter, the planet of luck, it's kind of saying, Taurus, you can't just sit in one spot and expect the same thing every day. Go through the same scenario over and over again and never do anything about it, because you're guaranteed to have more of the same. Staying in the current situation will just take more away from you. It's like if you take what little you have left and move on with it, the universe will respond essentially tenfold to help push you through that new zone that you're trying to get to. So, like I said, Jupiter is, we're tracing the movement of Jupiter for Taurus because Jupiter is in Taurus right now. But again, because Uranus is also in Taurus, it's saying you need to look at things from new angles. You need to change your perspective, let your freak flag fly, and step into a place where you're better able to express who you are and what you can do. Like, go somewhere that you're welcome. Don't stay somewhere where people don't give a crap about you. There's going to be, like, the status quo is whoever kisses the most ass, whoever, looks better on camera for the company, or whatever other example. It's like, if you go out and say, well, if I can take, what I've learned from looking at other people's garbage, then I have sort of a leg up on sort of consumption and waste management, and I can go out into the world and say, well, I can do it better because this is a waste of time. So this is what's happening for Taurus. You're being forced into a new pasture because if you don't move on your own, you're essentially going to be a starving cow. The bull is not going to have the strength to charge when it's time for charging. All right, so it's you're getting a new ring in your nose. You're getting your cow fur washed and blow dried, and you're gonna be all like fuzzy and new. And there's a challenge here because you're again going to be in unfamiliar territory, but realizing that you're not really a small fish in a big pond. You're just a fish that's in a pond that's designed for a different breed of fish. So if you go into the other pond, there's going to be more appreciation for what you're actually doing. That's the most sense I can make out of that. Hopefully that was useful. whether you were Sonic or whether you were D'Artagnan. And we'll see you later, Taurus. Take it easy. Thank you for watching. Stay connected with CATtheMinion energy work. Check out my complete suite of goods and services conveniently from my Linktree. linktr.ee/CATtheMinion. Color your way into some relaxation with my coloring books Energy Forms and Draco Forms on Amazon. Get groovy with fashion and home accessories from my Cafe Press or Redbubble shops. Decorate your environment with original art and divination tools from my Etsy shop.